Welcome to investingnews.com. Today we're taking a closer look at a critical issue shaping the global economy, tariffs and their effects on investments. Stay with us as we explore expert perspectives that provide valuable insights into international trade dynamics and their implications for your investment strategy. Let's kick things off by taking a look at copper. At the recent PDAC 2025, Adrian captured the complexity of tariffs and how they could impact U.S. copper ambitions.
I mean, logically, if you're worried that we need a lot of copper in the United States and we're not producing enough, the last thing you want to do is put tariffs on copper from abroad. So I suspect that the people making the recommendation will recommend no tariffs, and they'll recommend encouraging domestic production and so on.
As Day pointed out, tariffs don't always achieve their intended purpose.
But yeah, I mean, the plain fact is, I mean, I don't like tariffs anyway, but a tariff on steel to protect your steel industry, there's a sort of logic there. But a steel on copper, because we're not producing enough, is just perverse. So I don't think they're going to do that, but who knows?
When it comes to essential resources like copper, tariffs can actually hinder rather than help domestic production. For gold, Day noted that the yellow metal wasn't immune from targeted tariffs.
I mean, that's true. Nothing has been spoken of gold. There's certainly not something like copper or steel that's being targeted. But I mean, if blanket 10% were put on all goods from London, then that would include gold, obviously.
As we know, tariffs drive up import costs, leading businesses to raise prices, cut jobs, or find new suppliers. This can fuel inflation and disrupt supply chains, impacting both consumers and investors. This was reiterated by Rick Rule, who didn't mince words when it comes to tariffs.
I'm libertarian, and I'm anti-tax. Tariffs are taxes. Whether Mr. Trump cares to admit it or not, tariffs are taxes. If you're anti-tax, you can't be pro-tariff. So let's get that out of the way. The idea that you would pick fights with the whole world, as opposed to pick fights one or two at a time, seems tactically stupid to me. I liked the political slogan in Turkey before Erdogan: many friends, no enemies. That would be my idea of a good time.
While President Trump has said the tariffs are meant to bolster U.S. manufacturing and processing, John Feneck highlighted the dangers of targeting tariffs at allies while trying to build out domestic supply chains.
Yeah. So we've been talking about tungsten for almost 2 years now because a CEO brought to my attention that 81% of it was produced in China in 2023. And then I looked at who else was producing it, and it was like companies that aren't necessarily allies to the U.S., right? Like Russia, right? So when you add up the number, it's about 91% of tungsten produced globally in places that are not the U.S. or are not friendly to the U.S.
In December 2024, the Department of Defense and the Government of Canada teamed up to invest in a tungsten project in Canada's Yukon, citing the need to increase supply of the strategic metal. As the U.S. continues to ramp up its tariff threats on Canadian exports, tensions between the longtime trade partners has reached a fever pitch, putting dual projects like the tungsten project in the Yukon at risk. Though Canada has promised retaliatory tariffs, Rob McEwen thinks the country would have been better served with a more diplomatic approach.
I don't think Canada should have said, we're going to retaliate with tariffs. It's just going to make it more expensive for Canadians. I would think President Trump threw out the gauntlet, and I think it was really good because it's a wake-up call for Canada that we should be taking care of our border. We should stop the flow of drugs. We should be spending more on defense. And it might make our government more responsible to Canadians, too. So I think it might be hard on some industries, but I think it's good for the country.
McEwen also pointed out a unique advantage for gold miners if the tariffs result in an all-out trade war.
Are we going into a trade war?
We might. I mean, you produce gold, you can sell it anywhere in the world. It doesn't have to go to the U.S. So the tariffs for gold miners and a lot of metal miners aren't going to be material. It's more our manufactured goods going across the border that might experience that.
While the long-term effects of tariffs will take time to see, in the near term, the tariff threat has infused markets with broad-based uncertainty. This was underscored by Lobo Tiggre, who reminds us of the unpredictability in the current market.
Well, if it's all the art of the deal, it almost doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what we might say about this percent of that tariff or steel or aluminum or whatever. If it all is subject to sudden, complete reversal, there's not a lot meaningful to say other than what we've said about volatility.
Tiggre suggests investors prepare for choppy waters ahead.
What you can bet is on sudden movements and, selling puts. Not everybody likes to do strategies, but my simplified version of this is make yourself a volatility wish list, dear audience. A volatility wish list. You don't have to have options or anything fancy. Just know that this is a company I'd like to own no matter what. It fits my long-term thesis. It's something that I've always wanted in my portfolio. Or maybe they just made a fantastic new discovery and I missed it, right? Something I want. And then build some cash and be ready. And maybe that one won't work. Maybe this one will. If you've got your list and your cash ready, then volatility can be your friend.
Tariffs and trade wars are complex and ever-changing, creating both challenges and opportunities. Staying informed is key to making smart investment decisions in this shifting landscape. Investors who understand these dynamics can better navigate emerging trends. If you found this analysis valuable, like and subscribe for more market insights. How do you see tariffs affecting your investments? Share your thoughts in the comments below. This is investingnews.com.
Thank you for watching. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We'd also love to hear your thoughts, so leave us a comment below.